Okay, we have a site sensible that seems to have mobile treatment treated on it for desktop. What we want to do is to get a mobile layout first and then a desktop layout. So if we shrink the screen down, we can see that there's no responsiveness going on. So let's see if we can fix that first. So this seems to be the max width. That should probably be site width. Okay, so that fixed that. Now we have a mobile background, but it seems to be, this looks okay. It's not the greatest. Seems to be a little issue with our contacts. So let's go and fix that next. Just since while we're here. Right, it's not the CSS. Oh, my Vim crashed. It's actually the Jade file for the footer, which would probably be in a layout. That makes sense. Now we have our logo here. So we can probably get away with using this. It seems like the logo is messed up a little bit. So that probably fixes that. And it does. So now we have a logo down here. And that fixes the contact. Pretty good. So that takes care of that. Now we're dealing with our site width. So let's go and check it against. Seems like, right, it seems like this area right here is too much of a header, and it seems like it's not the right header, but really the biggest issue is the main header, which this is the main logo, and that's definitely not right. So we can fix that next. Right, so we have this here. So we should just be able to export this logo here. So we have a logo.png. I don't know, it seems like they're... So it seems like logo.png should be like a desktop version of the logo. Maybe call it desktop.logo. Not sure, but let's do that first. Yeah, let's try that. So now when we save it, we see it says desktop logo. We could just have logo because we start with mobile first, so that takes precedence. So let's have that. The size of it is 140 by 45. That's kind of weird. We'll say 46 and round up, but that's kind of weird. Huh. So 140 by 46. Let's say that. I see. So it's in the masthead that the logo is being styled. I guess the masthead would have a version of the logo, but I kind of don't like it in there like that. So, right, because there's a footer version of it as well. And I guess the footer has a logo as well. So maybe that might be okay. Let's find out. So we have our background red, and we say that the width was 140 and the height is 46 pixels. We also, since this is a link that's displayed as inline, so we have to display it as a block. Right. So now we have to center it. We can do that by saying margin, and the top and bottom is 0, but the left and right need to be auto, and that centers it. This is our masthead. Right, so that's looking pretty good. Now, we'd also want it to have a line height of 140 as well, because that's going to center the text vertically. Oh, maybe not. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, line height is 46. That's not so interesting. Good. So now the funny thing is we did all of that to do this. We're going to hide the text. Text indent is going to be negative 9,999 pixels over to the left. How about that? I'm going to want to clip that by saying overflow hidden. This works for old browsers that there'll sometimes be, like if it's a highlight of this, there'll be like this weird, because the text is pushed all the way over here, it'll be a link outline all the way to here. So the overflow hidden takes care of that. Let's move that up. So that's good. Now we can just say Oh, interesting. Now we can just say that the background is this guy here. And that looks pretty good, actually. Nice. I like it. That looks pretty good. And we mouse over it. That's our sensible. And that looks great. So it seems that there seems to be a hamburger here. And I'm assuming that's going to be for some sort of drop-down list that's within Sensible. We'll figure out how we're going to implement that, but that's outside of the scope of this. So we're going to hide this for now. I'm assuming it's a navigation menu. Oh, we probably want to get rid of that background red as well. So we can get rid of that, because if we need it, we'll just add to it. Width, height, overflow, hidden, text align. Seems like we had a lot of this already. We just delete it now. Don't be afraid. Sure, why not? So it says nav is displayed none for body, header, masthead. So why is that not, why is that showing? We'll have to go into our layout. And it's not showing because body, header, masthead. Well, that's interesting. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so I don't know what happened there, but it seemed to work. Now, it seems like there's 45 and 25. Right, it's kind of weird because it's like, it's offset a little bit, clearly. But maybe that's not going to hurt us so bad right now. So 45 and 25 are the margins for this thing. So this probably can have a padding bottom of 25. Let's see if it does. Padding top, rather, of 63. So where's this coming from? It's coming from default. There it is, padding top of 63. I see. That's got to be 25. Okay, that looks about right. Wait a minute. 35 and 45. So that's 35. It's not 25. Okay, so that's good. And below it is 45 still. It's 45 pixels. Is that a padding bottom? Well, let's say maybe make that a padding bottom. Okay, let's just make sure. So we set the paddings for the header. It seems to have a padding top and a padding bottom of 35 and 45, so that's good. But what's all this extra space here? Oh, it's got a height. That's why. It shouldn't have a height. Yeah, it shouldn't have a height. Perfect. Excellent. So next is this image here. Seems like, yep, that's for the main. Main seems to have a padding top of 690. And that actually is 320. So 320 is for the main. I think we're done with masthead. 320 is for the main, so that's in default, right? Padding top is 260. So this actually should be 320. Look at that. Oh, I see. So in the cost, we're overriding it. So we're going to get rid of that. That's 690. That's for desktop. Much better. So this cost needs to be, that's the cost for desktop. So we need to rename that. Okay, so now we can just grab this guy here, make this exportable, have that be cost, save this. Now when we refresh the page, look at that. Beautiful. So what's next? clearly this space isn't right. What we would do is we'd have assuming that's a section, we'll find out. It is a section. What's the cost? There doesn't seem to be an image there though. So we'll delete that. There is a section. So let's assume that the section lines up to right here. And we can say that that's 40 pixels from as a padding top. Right. And there's 22 and 23. That's good enough. Maybe this guy, right, it just has a margin of 22 pixels. That'll work, 22 pixels. So a margin of 40, 22 for the header. Let's do it for the header. $40px, 22px is 0 for the bottom because you never know. Okay. So that's excellent. Great. Splendid. But then there's the sections. Right, I see. So in the default, right, there's like paddings on the tops of the sections. So let's try to delete that. What happens then? Okay. A little cleaner. I guess. I don't know what that was all about. Because clearly this is saying 260, but the actual image size is 320. I'm just not getting it. I mean, we're shifting down using the padding. That's a little bit weird. Oh well. Moving right along. So, the paragraphs inside of these guys. $35. So this thing has line height of 45, size of 40. Okay, that seemed to didn't change anything. This probably should go into some variables. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so the next is the paragraph. Okay, so this is 22, 6.16 and 30. Letter spacing is 0.16 and 30. Line height is 30. And this is 22. That'll work. So what's the margin on this guy? The margin is, seems to be 28-ish, I guess. And what's the 35? 0. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, that looks fine. That's good. All right. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, so that's all good up to here. This actually doesn't look too shabby. It's just that's a darker. I see. Where is this coming from? So that has a margin top of 71. That's good. It's half the work I have to do. And then this should have a margin of what, 70? Interesting. So maybe it just could, I don't know, maybe it could just have a margin of both on each side for it. Where's the HR? What if we just did that? Nice. That'll work. So we gave it a margin of 71 on top and bottom, north and south. That's good. That's good. On to the next. Pretty good. So what's different about this header than this header here? So that's a section header. Where's the color coming from? Body main section, default. Well, that's a header. What's up with this header? How come this one gets the treatment? Body main. That makes no sense. Body main costs. That doesn't make any sense. Why is this header? Is it because it's a form header? Huh. We don't even need an ID for pricing transparency. That's pretty cool. So this is all good. This is kind of weird. See, this would be a form. I see. Oh, there's nothing. Body main. I don't understand. I guess. I guess that does make sense. Because it's not for all headers. So that's what that is. Right, so those are two forms. We could just get away with that. So we'll take this color here. Right, those are form headers. So this is a form right here. This is what your performance might look like over time. This whole thing is a form. Right. Exactly. And then the section sign up. They're actually form sign up and form performance. And then the headers get respective treatment. So that's cool. So we can close that out. So that's for performance. And there's got to be a sign up, which is probably going to be used other places. But for now, let's just throw it in a default. And well, let's just use bidders, forms, form, sign up, header, color. How about that? Let's say red for now. And what happens if we do this? Right. Okay, that works. So why isn't it grabbing the other one though? Oh, because it's for performance as well. Right. So that probably needs to be a mix-in. We have to do it for both. that's a paragraph. 18 and 28. 18 and 28. '18 and 28. And the color is this here. Okay, that should be about wrapping it up. Nice. Perfect. This is kind of weird. Let's make both of these the same size, why don't we? I kind of like that. So that's probably hiding. Where are you if I was a footer? Nice, so we have masthead here. We have our SASS. Where's our logo? There we go. So the logo there is good, but we need a different treatment for the footer. Right. So the only difference is we probably could dry that up a little bit, but what are you gonna do? Huh. Why is it even in here? Oh, nice. Look at that. Let's just say it's 45 on either side. So that's something that we can do in a footer. Perfect. That'll work. That'll work. I don't know why that's doing that, but either way, looks good to me. LGTM. Alright, so this is just for the cost page. Let's try to make sure that we didn't do it for any of the other ones. And we did. So we're going to want to keep the other ones intact. Right, so we're going to want to make sure that we're not tampering with the other ones that are not the cost page. So we have the width equal to site width. We're going to want to keep that at 1440. Yep, see? However, in the cost.sass, we're going to want to we're going to want to have that be the site width. So here we can say main header, footer, body. We can say width is equal to site width. Oh, that's strange. Guess we got to do it explicitly. Oh, right. Sheesh. What's going on with this? Well, that's kind of weird. Well, what we can do, I guess, is down here we can say for main cost or main cost so the header or main cost footer. What's going on? Why is it not doing anything? Oh well, that's good enough. I'm tired.